Hey folks, Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here. Today we are talking pizza, or pizza dough rather. I'm going to show you guys how to make the most amazing, flavorful, no-knead, Neapolitan style pizza dough. It's going to be delicious. Now folks, I want to be honest with you, I'm not a baker, but anytime I want to know how to bake something, I go over to thejoyofbaking.com and Stephanie over there hooks me up. This recipe derived from her recipe of Neapolitan style pizza dough. So I'm gonna show you how to make it. Okay guys, the first thing we're gonna do is I strongly recommend buying a scale so you can weigh this out perfectly. I will give you the cups measurement, but it's gonna be a lot easier if you just buy some scales. But you're gonna start out with 400 grams of unbleached all-purpose flour and 100 grams of unbleached bread flour. Okay, 400 grams of the unbleached flour is going to equal about 3 cups, and the 100 grams is going to equal about 3/4 of a cup. Next up, you're going to add in 1 gram or 1/4 teaspoon of instant dry yeast. Okay, I happen to be using this right here. This is just a Fleischmann's. Okay, you're also going to add in 1 gram or 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. You're going to add in 12 grams of salt, or 2 1/4 teaspoon. Now if it's a fine salt like I just had, it's 2 1/4 teaspoon. If you're using like a coarse salt, you're probably going to want to cut it down to about 2 teaspoons. All right, lastly, well, not lastly, we're going to go ahead and stir that in really good. And just go ahead and use your hands, guys. Feel the flour. Get in touch with the flour. I don't know why I said that. Get in touch with the flour. Just feel your flour, guys. All right, go ahead and create a well in the middle here. All right. Now, you're going to want to use 350 grams or 1.5 cups of filtered room temperature water. Now, we're just going to stir it in. Just easily stir it in. No, don't beat it. Just kind of stir it, just like I'm doing it. This is more of a, I would call it a moist dough rather than, a drier dough that you might use for, say, bread making or something. Bread dough would be a little bit drier. So go ahead and mix this around, and you'll see it's kind of shaggy. I would call that like shaggy. And just keep mixing it until we get most of this flour that's just kind of incorporated in there. And I'll show you what we're going to do after that is done. Okay, you see we got just a little bit of flour there on the bottom, and that's okay. Now, just keep doing a little bit of flour there. All right, you see how it's shaggy like that, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is, I got a metal one. This is like a little pastry cutter. A plastic one would probably do better. And what you're gonna do is, you're just gonna kind of go around the edge here, just kind of chop it, right? Just like that, and then pick it up and then throw it on top and press in. And just keep doing that all the way around, and just keep doing it until we get the consistency we're looking for. And what we're wanting is, see, like right now, you can see this is, hopefully you can see this, but it's kind of dry when I touch it. It's just dry. We want it a little bit more wet and sticky. But we're not gonna get in there. We're just gonna keep doing what I'm doing right now. And trust me, it won't take long, and it will be exactly like we want it. Sorry about the noise, guys. I only have a metal one up here. But you see, it's starting to get a little sticky now. It's sticking to my hand, which is good. That's what we want. And this will probably take about 2 to 3 minutes to get it like we want. All right, guys, so you see now we're really sticky on there and we're very moist. Now the way you check to make sure that everything's right is just kind of take this, go in the middle and just pull it back, and you can see it's sticky. All right, that's exactly what we want. All right, there we go, guys. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, without flouring our surface, okay, we're just gonna dump this out right there, just like that. You see there's a little bit of flour on there, and that's fine, okay. All right, now we clean our bowl out here, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of vegetable oil in there, and we're gonna just kind of rub it around like so. We're gonna take our dough, and we're going to place it in there just like that. Move it around. Get it nice and moist there. All right. So now we're just going to take a little bit of saran wrap. Like so. And we're going to leave this out at room temperature. If it's cold or the winter time around your house, you might want to stick it in the oven, and you can put the light on if you want. Now this is going to take, it's been taking me around 24 hours, okay, for this to ferment. Okay, remember, we want it to be a slow fermentation process rather than a quick one. We're not baking bread, okay? All right, I will see you in 24 hours. It really won't be 24 hours. I made this last night, and it is ready to go right now. And what you're looking for, as you can see, it's pretty much doubled in size, but I don't know if you can see that, but there's bubbles and stuff on top, okay? That's what you're looking for. All right, now, I'm gonna take a little bit of flour, just put it on our board here. All right, and we're gonna reach in here, and you see it's sticking, and that's good. That's what we want. Go ahead and turn it out on your surface. And we're just going to take a little bit of flour here and dust it on top. Just like that, all right? Okay. Now we're going to kind of do it into somewhat of a rectangle here. And you see how this is really soft and supple dough here. All right, now this will make about 4 pizzas that are around 11 inches, I guess, in roundness or something like that, I would say. But you can either eyeball it and cut it into 4 sections, or you can weigh the entire thing and cut them up into equal portions, which is what I recommend doing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to cut this in half. All right. Now what I'm going to do is just get my scale out here. $4.19. So 2. $4.19. $2.09. All right, that'll work. Okay, so now after we got these split up, I'll split that one up in a minute, but you can see it's kind of still sticking to my hand. That's what you want, but it's not really leaving anything behind, okay? So we're just going to go ahead, kind of press this out into a little square. Into a little square like this, and we're going to take the corners, then the middle, corner, corner, then these centers, just like that. And we're going to give it a little pinch, and we'll turn it upside down, right? And then we'll just kind of work it just like that. Take your hand and do this number here. All right, there it is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up in some saran wrap and then just put it in our refrigerator. And when we're ready to make a pizza in the Roccbox, I'll leave a link in the description and in the cards to the Roccbox video pizza. Anyway, we'll press this out and make a pizza. All right, again, show you one more time here. Just kind of get it into a somewhat of a halfway decent square. Take your corner here, go it to the middle, hold it, take this one, go to the middle, then take this one, go to the middle, and do it again on the back side. Boom, 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 boom. Give it a little pinch, turn it. Do this, just kind of twist it. I'm just, see what I'm doing? I'm just kind of twisting it as I go. And then perfect ball. You'll see some air bubbles going up into your balls, which is good. That's what we want, because when we make that pizza, these right here will puff up and make a beautiful crust. All right, got 2 more to do. So now that we got all 4 of our dough balls here wrapped up and ready to go, we're going to go ahead and stick them in the refrigerator. And in a while, I'm going to show you how to press one of these out to make a pizza. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and flour our surface down here. Go ahead and unwrap our pizza dough here. Throw a little flour on top. Alright, so we got it nice and floured up. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to just go ahead and kind of get us a little bit of a round shape going here. Alright, and just go ahead and define our edges like this, just using our fingers here. Keeping that round shape. Alright, now that we got that defined, let's go ahead from the bottom and start pressing the air out of the dough here. Start from the bottom and go work your way to the top. Once I can fit my hand in here like this, I'll just start kind of going around like that, trying to keep that round shape if possible. And then grab this in here, put this in on here, and just kind of pull lightly. Turn it, pull, turn it, pull, pull. Let's go ahead and flip it over now. Do the same thing, trying to keep our round shape here. Pull, put it in your hand, flip it back over, spread it out, grab here again, pull, put it on the hand. Just keep doing that until we get a nice size. Now, the Roccbox only allows you, I think it's like 11-inch pizza, so you don't want to get it too big. And then when you get it close, you can just kind of stretch it out like that. It ain't got to be perfect, guys. All right, now we're ready to go in with some sauce. All right, we're just going to go on with some pizza sauce now. This is a homemade pizza sauce here. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to know how to make some homemade pizza sauce. This is a very flavorful pizza sauce. Basically, slide under there like that. And just kind of pull and slide. Alright guys, so yeah, I just took this out. This is that dough. We've been taking some pictures of this pizza. But we're not focusing on the pizza, we're focusing on the dough. So, alright guys, Neapolitan style pizza dough. You gotta do it.